Hello YouTube, it's Sean from the Pompey Games Room. Hope everybody's well. Thanks for checking out my latest Let's Play video for Streets of Rage 3 for the Sega Megadrive. I was hoping to upload this via, using footage from my new Dazzle recorder, which I ended up buying on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and it arrived about 3 or 4 days ago. The problem is that the software is not really compatible with Windows 8, so I still can't get it to work, unfortunately. I'm going to wait though, because there's surely going to be a patch come out down the line that I can start using it. Unfortunately, I have had to face the camera at the TV to record it, but it hasn't come out that bad, so I may continue to do this for some Let's Play videos because I'm really enjoying doing them for these games. It's great to actually be able to sit in front of the TV with the camera set up and just talk about the game as you're playing it, and a classic like this, it had to be played. So I got up this morning, I finished my old job yesterday, and I've got a day off between my new job starting tomorrow. So I got up this morning and I really wanted to play Streets of Rage 3, so I set the camera up and away I went. It may be the way of things to come really, with the recording at the video, the video being recorded from the actual TV. But like I said, it didn't come out that bad, so any feedback and thoughts, guys, let me know in regards to what I could do to possibly get my Dazzle to work. The software works, but unfortunately whenever I try to record a video it says burning error, so I think it's just not compatible with Windows 8 at the moment. But anyway, it'll come out. I'll just keep checking the Dazzle website and we'll see what comes up. But any suggestions into any other hardware that I can use or software that I can use to link my Dazzle recorder to, please let me know, guys. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was good fun making it, and I got a lot further than I usually get on the videos, hence the length of the video. So anyway, guys, please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe at the end of this video, and I'll see you all again soon. Unbelievable trouble trying to set this thing up on a tripod, which is made up of PlayStation 1 games, a PlayStation iToy, PlayStation 2 games, and some Mega Drive games. I'll take a picture and put it into the side here so you can see the amount of trouble I've had to go through to record this gameplay. So like I said, I woke up this morning, I thought, I want to do a YouTube video, but the old Dazzle recorder, after an hour and a half of trying to sort it out, still refuses to work. So I've had to set up this makeshift tripod and record a gameplay, because I quite enjoyed doing that Let's Play on my Nomad for the Wayne Gretzky game. And you don't see Streets of Rage 3 an awful lot on YouTube, so I thought we would go for Streets of Rage 3. I think I might have said Streets of Rage 2 just a minute ago, but anyway, so I've played this game before, and it's normally on normal difficulty, so 3 lives, sorry. So let's get an exit and let's start. So we're on normal difficulty, and let's go for the tried and trusted Axel. So we've got Blaze, Skate, the new character Zan, whatever, and Axel. They've been levelled up a lot more on this game, I noticed, because Axel on the last one was like a decent all-rounder. I'll say Blaze is a pretty good character on this. She's pretty good at everything, really. Skate's still pretty annoying to use, but anyway. So let's be Axel. So yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplays for sort of Streets of Rage 2 and Streets of Rage 1, but I'm awful at Streets of Rage 3. So I thought I'd just give it a go and see what I can do, how I can do, and obviously I was hoping I'd be able to do it on the Dazzle recorder, but unfortunately I can't. So anyway, so we're going through the story here. Apparently we've got to find the bomb, what's our next move, Axel? So, Zane was right about the bomb. Okay, be a bit quicker. Maybe he's right about the robots too. You've got to love these 16-bit storylines. Anyway, I think you can sort of see the idea here. So let's get into the gameplay. So, stage 1, very similar text there to Streets of Rage 2. Now there's a few things on Streets of Rage 3 that are different from Streets of Rage 2. One of them is the fact that you can roll side to side like this, and also you can run. Woohoo! Which is pretty cool, but you can't run sideways or anything, so it also makes it easier to do sort of the bare knuckle move, the old dragon punch move. Other than that, I think Axel's obviously got a different costume, and they've just alternated his shirt colour and stuff, and He's still got the tight jeans, which makes the old kick like impossible to do, but somehow he manages to pull it off in skin tight Levi's, as so. Anyway, yeah, so the music comes in for quite a lot of, well, I suppose, not criticism, but I think Streets of Rage 2 set the bar so high with the amount of sort of, well, the graphical genius of the game for one, and you know, the soundtrack to the game is sort of so noticeable. I think anyone who's played a Mega Drive back in the day would recognise the music from that game. And that's a bit of a pointless one. Anyone would recognise certain levels. I mean, there's some iconic music back in that game, and it's an absolutely unreal game. But Streets of Rage 3 is something I've never really managed to get into. It was released in 1994. It has different cover arts for the Genesis and Mega Drive version, because apparently the Genesis version was taken from a poster concept that they produced for the game when it was first designed, basically. And basically what happened is on the Genesis cover art you've got, I think all of them on there. You've got Blaze, Zane, Skate, and you've got Axel. But on the front of the cover art for the PAL version, you've just got Zane and Blaze. So it's yeah, you get different cover arts for each game. I think the actual cover art for the PAL version looks quite cool, but mainly because Axel looks like a sort of 60-year-old guy on the front of the Genesis version. So yeah, it's sort of preservation really, whatever one you want to go with. But you know, if an aging Axel does it for you, well, Streets of Rage for the Genesis is definitely up your street. But yeah, it's a pretty decent game though. It stands up well. It's like I said, the music comes in for some criticism from some people. I've seen reviews on YouTube for Streets of Rage 3, and they haven't been too kind about the music, but it's bearable. It does seem like it was a bit rushed, but you can't have every single game for the Streets of Rage franchise being a masterpiece like Streets of Rage 2 was. And you know, they got so much right in Streets of Rage 2, I know I keep going on about it, and Streets of Rage 1, but they keep returning the enemies, like you just saw the fat breathing guy there, fire breathing guy. I think he's called Breeze or something in the last one, isn't he? Or something like that. But yeah, a lot of the enemies return in this, and they return as sort of smaller bosses in the game, sort of bosses before bosses, you know. So it's yeah, I mean, I've tried this game on difficulty level hard, and I've got to admit it was so difficult. I really struggled. So normal seems to be about my right ability level, I'd say, for Streets of Rage 3, but I only recently just got past the part with the truck. I never realised that you had to actually attack the truck as well, because you'll see what I mean when I get to it, but it's pretty difficult. I just thought I had to sort of bash my way through the walls. It turns out that you've actually got to hit the low loader to the front of the truck, and yeah, so I was getting minced every single time, just like wasting all my lives trying to get through this little concrete hoarded parts, little concrete dwarf walls basically that you've got to bash through while a truck's sort of coming up behind you, and it's pretty difficult, but you know, there's nothing to say that's what you had to do. And like I said, you know, I rinsed so many lives on that part of the game. It was when I first got this, and yeah, I've since watched YouTube videos and seen how easy it is once you actually know what you're doing. So hopefully on this video I can put that to bed and show you how it should be played. But I remain to be convinced that I will actually still get past that. So if you keep watching, guys, you'll see what I mean. It would have made a massive idiot of myself on this channel if I'd not gotten past that part, because it seems to be quite a basic and simple thing that people seem to be able to get past without any problems whatsoever. Yeah, so I don't know whether it's just me or I wasn't sort of savvy to it or something. But yeah, I now am savvy to it, hopefully. Well, that I'm hoping I am anyway, so let's go from there. But anyway, so yeah, some of the trick features on this game have return, like when an enemy throws you, if you press in B and C, I'm using a 6-button joypad, it might be replicated on one of the other buttons to the 6-button joypad. Press B and C when you're in the air, hold it down, sorry, and you'll land on your feet, which means you don't take any damage. Those yellow ones seem to be a real problem for throwing you. The yellow punks with their spiky hair seem to always love to throw you. So remember that works on Streets of Rage 2. I think it also works on Streets of Rage 1, but I'm not an expert at all on Streets of Rage 1, so I stand corrected if that's not true. But yeah, I'm trying to remember the bosses for this here. On this part, it's one of those bosses I seem to recall. He's a bit like the guy from number 2 when you're on the ship and you fight the big boxer guy. I think it's him, but it just shows how much I've actually played this game. I remember the disco stage in a minute, but that's about it. But yeah, actually now I come to think of it, I think it's the person that you fight before the final Dr. X, is it, or Mr. X? At the end of Streets of Rage 2, I think that you fight the Shiva, or the Shiba, or whatever her name is, the ninja, whatever his name is. I don't know whether it's him or her. Long hair. So, well, we'll find out together, because I think it happens in a minute. So, anyway, oh, no, okay, we just walk off the screen, so maybe there isn't a boss to that part. So, yeah, well, let's find out together, see what happens. So it's the same old same with pretty much all the Streets of Rage games. They all essentially operate around the same sort of levels. It's sort of a street level, this one. We had a ship level a minute ago with the motorbikes. And yeah, so it's essentially the same sort of game, just rehashed and redesigned for a different period in the Megadrive life. That said, it's still an awesome game, and I would recommend this to anyone. Unfortunately, it's one of those pricey Megadrive games. It can sell on any given day for sort of anywhere between 40 and 60 quid. So the thing is with Streets of Rage, I would hold off in actually in buying it in a buy it now auction, because auctions, the actual standalone auctions where you just bid on the game, you can get a really good deal on this. I don't know if you guys have stuck around long enough to see my older videos. Oh, there we go. So it's the person who was the boss before Mr. X on Streets of Rage 2, and yeah, I seem to remember they had some sort of flash kick, which were oh, okay, apparently she can just sit on you. Is that a he or a she? Answers on a postcard, guys. And I should have got that turkey there. Yeah, this was, there we go, that's the little flash kick, but that always comes in handy. So that's kicking with our Levi's. Oh, okay. Apparently he doesn't like that. So, anyway. Yeah, to be fair, it's not really a fair fight, because I've got tight jeans on, like I said, and this, let's call it a thing. This thing has got a, I'm getting owned here. Yeah, this thing's got loose fitting clothing. So, you know, in the interest of fairness, I think that, you know, we should at least break out. You should have bought a spare suit or something for me to wear, or just, you know, out of courtesy, thought, I know what, I'll oh god, I can see what's going to happen here. Oh yeah, embarrassment avoided. There we go, nice way to finish it. Yeah, so you know, it's yeah, bit unfair really with the. Oh right, okay. Well, there's the jetpack guy, like I said, with returning bosses on this game. And yeah, so not bad. We only lost 1 life in the first part, and that's not a bad score, to be honest. Hopefully we'll get an extra life or something, but no extra life. Pretty much all of the things I've seen so far of this game, people have gotten extra lives in the first part. So that's either poor games playing, or they're playing it on an easy level. So anyway. Fighting these punks. See, I called them punks earlier on in the review. So, yeah. Stage 2, here we go. Now, this Stage 2 from memory really reminded me of Streets of Rage 1 when I first played it. You know, it's the part where you start off on Streets of Rage, well, level 1, effectively. Yeah, so it's one of those games, like I said, they got it so right in the first editions of Streets of Rage that they just sort of stuck to it on the upcoming issues, and it's such a timeless classic. I'll still be playing Streets of Rage series of games when I'm sort of 60, you know. So, you know, I know I will. I'm in no sort of hurry to give up my Mega Drive collection, so Streets of Rage is an absolute classic and one that we should all look into buying. Like I said, it tends to cost a bit more, but if you love your Streets of Rage games, and everyone pretty much does for the Mega Drive, this is one to look into for sure. Haven't got many memories of it as a kid because I said it came out in 1994. We never used to get games like on release. I mean, you know, because these games were expensive back in the day. I mean, they're effectively equivalent, obviously, to anything like a PS3 game or something nowadays. So, you know, when you're a kid growing up, I mean, I had a paper round that I used to spend my money on games and Pompey matches. So I could never afford sort of a £60 game, and this game was pretty difficult to get hold of. I don't think a lot of people stocked it. I know that I think I've read something somewhere that they actually botched the release of this game. That there wasn't actually an awful lot of copies out in the shops. It was sort of mail order and things like that. But at the time as well, you had things like Mortal Kombat, and that sort of game was just being absolutely rinsed by the press for being bad for kids, and, you know, so violent it was untrue not being able to play it. I think this was about the time, 1994, when Mortal Kombat was out. But it was about that time where people were really starting to worry about the video game content, and I can't help but think that might have had something to do with it, because this game is violent. I mean, you get to use knives and swords. It's not violent by today's standards, but my parents definitely didn't want me playing this when I was younger. My younger brother at the time was probably about 6, I would say, and we all used to play the Mega Drive, so when we played this in front of him, my parents were not happy at all. But, you know, you're in secondary school at the time, so, you know, yeah. Most ridiculous boss. It's almost like they were in a brainstorming session saying, what else can we put in this game that we haven't used before? What about a kangaroo? That's fine, let's do that, let's go for lunch. Right, you know, it's a bit pointless. I mean, the kangaroo's got such a pointless attack as well, he just spins around. And I think he actually dies when you kill this little ninja thing, or, you know, male equivalent of the lady with the whip, should we call him. But it just seems a really sort of lame boss idea, a kangaroo with some boxing gloves, which obviously is the mainstay in game franchises. Every game has to have a boxing kangaroo in it, so it's just one of the things that you have to do in a game. Yeah, bit of an odd choice, but you know, might have been one of the reasons why this game is not considered to be as good as Streets of Rage 2. My personal favourite is Streets of Rage 2, mainly because it's the first game I played in the series. Had I played Streets of Rage 1 first, it probably would have been the other way around. I probably would have loved Streets of Rage 1, but I always seem to be like that. I sort of grow fond of games that I played, not first, if I played the first game in a series, you know, I'll usually see the series through and play all of them in the series, but now, he's only got like one here. For some reason, Streets of Rage 1 never sort of appealed to me. I don't know why. Streets of Rage 2 was just bigger sprites, I think, and at the time, you know, I absolutely loved the character design on this game as well. So, you know, to be able to play Streets of Rage 2 with the bigger sprites and the better detail on the characters that you were fighting, and I think the levels might have been a bit bigger as well. I think, you know, that was, you know, like I said, the games were expensive, and if I was going to spend money on something, I wanted it to last me a long time and get maximum enjoyment out of it. And just, yeah, Streets of Rage 2 just encompassed all of that into one game, and Streets of Rage 3 tries to build on that, but in my view, I don't know, it doesn't really build on it, if I'm being honest. Because it's a lot of rehashing from the previous game. Apart from the music, and the disco dancing scene, which you know, that's pretty impressive, to be honest, for a Mega Drive to have that sort of I don't know how my phone camera's going to pick this up. Little strobe effect lighting. Yeah, I mean, pretty impressive back in the day. I mean, you know, I don't know any other games that had that sort of treatment in regards to sort of lighting and things like that on the actual level design. So yeah, pretty impressive. But it's one of those things that the Mega Drive seemed to handle pretty well. Things like this. You know, I mean, there were certain aspects in the Michael Jackson game, Moonwalker, that were very similar to that, with the old disco dancing and things like that. So yeah, who knows? Maybe this has been used on lots of different games, and I'm yet to find them out. But anyway, so we carry on now. I think we're still on stage 2. I don't think we've done another boss. There is definitely a boss at the end of this. I can't recall what boss it is, but after this I seem to recall that there's a level with containers and barrels falling from a height, and you've got to avoid them and avoid falling down the pits and the holes and stuff like that in the floor. Much like the levels on the older game, where you had the motorbike levels on Streets of Rage 2, you've got to avoid falling down the holes and the gaps in the floor, like platforms basically. But yeah, I mean, it's this level's pretty good. I seem to remember that you fight 2 enemies at the end of this. I think they might be two ninjas, or 2. I think they might be. I tell you what, I'm so poor at this game. Thinking back, like I said, I played this when I first got it, and I really couldn't get into it. But I wasn't really that fussed, because this game, like I said, it sells quite high usually, but I ended up picking mine up for an absolute steal. Basically because I bought it off of someone who described it as like new, and they sent it to me, and I had problems with the manual or something. Oh no, I remember. The actual front of the case was held on by sellotape, and I had to peel all the sellotape off in order to actually have a good copy of the game. And I sort of complained to the guy who sold it to me, and he gave me like an 8. He sort of gave me like an £8 refund or something. No, it might have been more than that, in fact. So yeah, I ended up getting the game for like, I think it was about sort of $17.50 or something like that. So, and it's fully boxed now. So with the extra money that I got back, I ended up just buying a manual, loose manual for the game. There we go. I think these guys are the bosses. And yeah, job was a good one. I ended up getting an absolute brilliant copy of the game, and for not a lot of cash. And it's always nice nowadays, because retro gaming prices are just absolutely staggering nowadays. And you know, but then again, we fuel the economy. We buy these games at the prices on eBay and stuff, and that's what sets the prices usually. So it's sort of an evil circle of life, really. If we didn't buy these games so much, I think we wouldn't have so much of a problem with high prices and things like that. But you know, it's all about reliving your youth, and money, you can't take it with you, so you best spend it while you can. And you know, that's my motto anyway. So yeah, Streets of Rage 2, a must-have game, really, especially if you're interested in the past year games. So anyway, just going back to my Dazzle recorder briefly, I've got a Windows 8 PC. I'm not too sure if the Dazzle DVC100 file capture device is going to work. If anyone knows any different, please let me know, because I really don't like sort of recording at the screen. I don't know why. There's something about it that it just doesn't sit right with me. No, that failed. These were the 2 I was thinking of. It looks like one person there, but there are 2. Yeah. Yeah, if anyone knows any different, or they're any good with computers and things like that, just let me know, because I bought a Windows 8 laptop, and it does handle stuff pretty well, I'm not going to lie. But that said, I had to buy a new version of like Power Director, I had to buy a new Dazzle because my serial number wouldn't activate. I've been coming across a lot of little problems, and it is starting to annoy me somewhat, because I really wanted to be able to sort of, you know, get back to my YouTube when I got my laptop, and I just seem to be encountering nothing but problems, especially at the moment. And it's starting to annoy me a bit, and it's making me think, am I ever going to be able to make the videos like I want to be able to make them? Sorry, I just had to pause the video there if you saw a little cut. Yeah, so like I said about the Dazzle, I'm having a lot of problems with it, and I can't see, I can get the actual stuff installed, the software's installed, but every time I go to the actual video view box to actually see what I'm recording, I can't actually see, and it's, well, I can't actually see what I'm recording, so yeah, it's a bit difficult when you're trying to speak over things. So, but these guys are absolutely handing my arse to me. Just one of those games, this, that it's so difficult trying to get hold of them because they're just constantly moving. You know, if you can get a decent hit on one of them, you've done well. But come on, she's on the floor. She's on the floor. That's the thing, Streets of Rage, it's one of those games that they used to put 2 of everything in. That's what makes it so difficult, I think. It's one of those games that, you know, you've always got double of everything to fight, and especially when there's just one of you, that is a little bit taxing. Streets of Rage is one of those games that I used to love playing with one of my mates, Rob. We used to play this an awful lot. Not Streets of Rage 3, Streets of Rage 2. So, but it was an absolute brilliant game, and it's one of those sort of staple games that you have to play if you're a Mega Drive owner with your friends. It's sort of an unwritten law. Right, let's be someone else. We've got 2 continues. Let's be the new guy, Zane. Now, he's got an annoying power-up voice. Oh yeah, don't even have to get near you now. I can fry you from a distance. Oh, how was that possible? So originally, when I saw the box art for this game when I was younger, I always thought that this Zane guy was the guy that you fight at the end of Streets of Rage 2 with a gun and stuff. I don't know why. Just me thinking back, probably very naive of me to think that that was the case. But at the time, like I said, I didn't really know an awful lot about this game, and oh yeah, there's one. Right, we've got a little bit of energy left. Come on, bitch. Oh, I think she just headbutted me. There we go, have some of that. Right. So yeah, I thought this Zane guy, I thought he was the guy that you fought at the end of Streets of Rage 2. As the boss. I don't know why, I mean he looks nothing like him now, looking at it. But that's the things you think when you're a kid. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I just heard a big thud. There's a letter. Come and inspect the building of our new mall. Ooh. Right. Okay, so there's a new mall being built and they want us to go check it out. So this will be stage 3. I think there's 6 stages in Streets of Rage 3. But I'm probably not going to get that far, and you will see a variety of characters, just to let you know. Oh, like I said, things falling from a great height. You will see a variety of the characters on this game because I will die a lot more. That was not just a one-off. That I'm nowhere near good enough at this game to sustain being the same person the whole way through it. I don't think, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll. I'm sure after this we'll be Blaze or someone. So we'll go for someone else after this because I will die again. So at the end of this level, there's the part I was talking about with the truck, and you'll see what I mean. It's a bit difficult if you don't know what you're doing. It's like I didn't. The first time I played it, I had no idea what I was doing, and I just died every single time that I played it. So we'll see what happens this time. Like I said, I've seen a YouTube video, so oh God, I'm doing awful. I've seen a YouTube video, and we'll try and replicate what they did, and we'll try and do it together. But I mean, I'm getting through lives at the moment, very, very quick. So this video may not last much longer. Oh, oh, I saw the barrels coming, and I tried to jump straight down, but it's trying to entice the guy out. There we go. Right, hopefully I can run across now. What the hell? Okay. Oh yeah. There we go, turkey. Right, I'm not going to fall down the holes. I keep going and sort this woman out. Right, now I don't know if this is the same for all the characters in the game, but if you do the press forward twice and B trick for the old grand upper thing with Axel, oh no point now. You can actually throw these items now. Like you saw, I was holding a flame just a minute ago. Oh, Jesus Christ! You saw I was holding a flame a minute ago. Well, basically, that flame you can then throw at people like a bowling ball, effectively. It's a pretty handy little thing to have because you can hit people from sort of miles away, and it always comes in handy. So yeah, sort of attack for bosses, it's pretty handy as well. So right, we're going to give. Throw it down the hole. There we go. Right, I'm assuming that's the end of the level because there's a big hole in front of me. Just finish Carlos off here. Genius names. Let's try and get him down the hole. Oh, nearly. Off you go. Right, okay. Right, now this probably will go very poor, just to let you know. I've seen them hit it before and then it retreats. So what I need to do... Right, let's keep him away. So, we don't want to get too close to him. Stay back. Right, get back. Actually, this guy's pretty handy because you don't actually have to get too close to the truck. You just sort of off you go. Right, I'm doing a lot better than I usually do. I'm usually dead by now. So this guy seems to be the guy to choose. I don't think I've even had a hit yet. We must be getting to the end now as well because it's not giving me as much time. Get lost. Such a good game, this. Some punk driving it as well. He's going to get it as soon as we're finished. Ah, right at the end. Sure, he can't hit me behind a pole. Surely. Oh, look at that classic. Brilliant. Right, I've never gotten past this, so I will be dying very soon. Yeah, so don't think I'm going to get much further than this, guys. If you want to see any good games playing from now on, you may be disappointed. This looks like a lift, like the old one. So, oh, and I accidentally ate the turkey. I thought that might happen. Oh well. Yes, we've got no lives left, but I think from memory we got one continue. So, can I? Yep, I can fall off the end. So let's not do that. That'd be very silly. Take that. So this Mr. Zane guy, Mr. Zane, this Zan guy, let's call him that. He's pretty handy. He's got a good throw. He's got some good A attacks. He's got this blanker sort of fireball, electricity thing. And he's also got some extending arms which can electrocute people. So it's pretty handy. To be fair, any guy that can wield electricity from hands and things like that, I think will be pretty handy in any sort of a battle. You know, it just tends to usually come across a lot more helpful than sort of just the old flesh on flesh thing, you know. Oh! Right, okay, apparently this guy can hold on to ledges when he falls over the side. I don't think Axel can. Off you go. Yeah, so apparently this guy can sort of grab onto ledges and stuff as he falls over, so that's pretty handy. Oh, and we got the old annoying knife guy. Let's give him an electrocution. Right, okay, I'm determined to show you this. There we go, you see, little bowling strike. So Mr. Zan obviously is a very, very keen bowler. And there's nothing wrong with that, obviously. We're not going to hold it against him. Bowling is a man. Oh, Jesus. He's going to get it, this guy. Gonna... Oh, what an arsehole. Right, okay, so we've ridden him. Skate's a bit annoying. Let's be Blaze. And I've killed those two people already. Awesome. So, Blaze, by the... Oh, God. Blaze, as you saw on the title screen at the beginning, she's sort of an all-rounder on this. She is probably the best all-round person on Streets of Rage 3, but she's very quick, and to be fair, she was very good on the last instalment of Streets of Rage. So, yeah, there's no reason why she shouldn't be pretty good on this. But we'll see how we go. I'm not usually Blaze, so... Oh, God. Oh, that was a bit of a result. Oh. Oh. Oh, they actually improved the sound for the characters quite well on Streets of Rage 3, I think. Always seems to be one of those things on Streets of Rage 2 that it sounded pretty muffled. So we must be at another boss here. Right, okay. Oh, maybe this is the robots. I did read something about robots, because that won't be Axel. Oh, yeesh. There we go, take some of that. Alright, I'm dead already. Oh, what a get. Alright. Take some of that. Right, okay. Oh. Take some of that. Right. The backgrounds aren't as cool either as Streets of Rage 2. I'm going to try and get this guy in close combat, because it says Axel. I don't think it is Axel. I think it's some evil robot ploy. I did read something about robots at the beginning of this, so I'm expecting this to be a robot Axel. And just managed to get that turkey in time. Right, okay, we're on the same energy bar now, so it's winner takes all. He's got a good start there, I'm not going to lie. He's got a very good start there. Take some of that. Oh! He's going to kill me, I know he is. Oh! Oh no! Come on! I'm not going to die here, seriously. I'm not going to die to the character I started off as. I wonder who it would be, obviously, if you were using Axel at this stage. Would you still fight Axel? You probably wouldn't. And I'm probably not going to get past this stage. So... but hopefully we'll be able to find out together and see what happens. If not, I'll be checking out some YouTube footage from someone else. As he kills me. Well... unfortunately, that's game over, guys. But anyway, this has been a rather lengthy playthrough, let's play, whatever you want to call it, for Streets of Rage 3. A game that's often talked about in the retro gaming community, can be quite an expensive game in the retro gaming community, but very little sort of covered on channels and stuff. So anyway, unfortunately, like I said, I haven't got the dazzle at the moment, so this has had to do. The old pointing the old phone at the screen and recording the footage. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been good to play through it. I actually felt like playing Streets of Rage this morning when I got up. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Please feel free to comment, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.